Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back. This is an episode of the Pulse of Israel and a special project together with the Yes Israel Project, sitting with one of a very, very close friends of the Jewish people and the state of Israel here in Congress in Washington, D.C., Congressman Mike Johnson. Shalom, Mike.
Great to see you.
It is a pleasure seeing you.
Always great to have you on Capitol Hill, and apologize for the Spartan accommodations here. We've just stepped out of a House Judiciary Committee hearing so that I could visit with you. So I didn't want to miss the opportunity.
You want to know something? It's something special being in these special judiciary offices right now because we in Israel are dealing with our own judicial reform,
Yes.
which is so necessary to strengthen our democracy and allow the proud Jewish conservative right to rule properly. So being here brings me close to home and gives me the inkling, wait, maybe I could do it by being in the judicial offices of Congress. But no, it doesn't work that way.
It was just ironic, the timing. We didn't plan that.
Exactly. So you've come to Israel with us before.
Yes.
And please God, there are going to be more trips for congressmen and senators in order to continue working on strengthening the U.S.-Israel strategic relationship to really help all of humanity in the freedom-loving world. What can you say to other potential congressmen and senators and everyone on the importance of joining one of these trips with Ruthie and Sarah?
Well, it's a life-changing trip. That was our second trip to Israel, and the last time I was there happened to fall right before the COVID pandemic hit. It was in February of 2020.
Right.
It was the last trip that we took for a couple of years. It just worked out that way. But Jim Jordan and I were on that trip, and among others, and we had just an extraordinary experience. Got to meet with Prime Minister Netanyahu at the residence, which was a real treat, just a small group of us. And then to see all different aspects of what's happening in the culture and society there that we, in members of Congress, would never have an opportunity to understand by just reading about it. You have to go and be there in person and to see it, to really have your eyes opened as to what the reality is of all these situations. So just an invaluable resource for a lawmaker in the United States to be able to see that firsthand and come back with that knowledge and information and then share it with our colleagues, because this is critically important what's happening in Israel, obviously.
Right. And also, I just want to say thank you, because just a topic that has come up here in Washington is about stopping funding to UNRWA, because it's funding the education, an international body, United Nations body, funding the education of hatred to Jews under Hamas and in Gaza and Judea and Samaria, and you're a co-sponsorship of that bill. Anything you can add about the importance of why this is coming up now in Washington and putting your name behind that?
Well, it's a priority for us. I think leaders in the United States Congress have to speak with clarity and conviction about our opposition to anti-Semitism, wherever that shows up, and we've seen a rise of some of that, tragically, in the United States, as you know. But to know that a cent of taxpayer dollars that the U.S. would go to support the publication of materials that are anti-Semitic is just something that we have to stop. And the resolution and any legislation that we can do in that regard is really, really important. We've seen those materials. We know that that is happening. And for anyone to deny it is just a denial of the facts.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.